My top 3 tips for cycling while pregnant.
We're doing 3 or 5?
Let's do 3.
Why don't we do 6?
Are you pregnant? It's winter. It's cold. And we're in the cave. Alex has kindly set me up on the turbo trainer, and interestingly enough we thought that the e-bike wasn't possibly able to go on a turbo trainer, but it is. Oh. Why are you shaking your head?
Well, when you said go, I thought, like, will it e-bike for the turbo trainer?
No, obviously not.
Turns out it's a clever e-bike attached to a smart turbo trainer, and they know.
This sounds like a disclaimer, and it is in a way, because pregnancy and cycling it's a grey area. It's really down to your own personal preferences. I was told by 2 different medical teams that cycling was safe, but there's obviously risks involved in going out on the road, and I've just gone with my gut instinct on where I felt safe, and I was cycling out on the road up until a couple of weeks ago. With it being winter, darker, I don't know whether I'll get out on the road again. We are only a few days away from coming to my 9th month of pregnancy. You can tell I'm getting breathless just by talking. So everything I do leaves me breathless, and like, not in a romantic way, it's just like a really crippling physical exertion. So I was going to say, but my top 5 tips for pregnancy.
Top 5 tips for pregnancy? That's a good one as well. We should do that as a video. I feel like there's a wider audience.
Can you stop and start again? Your body is changing, so your kit and equipment is going to have to adjust with that. That you don't, like, nothing here, none of my setup is new. We haven't gone out and bought anything new because you don't need to. It's a case of adjusting the bike, and I guess clothing wise, I have struggled getting myself into Lycra feeling like this, but it's okay. You can be a trussed up Christmas turkey squeezed into a sausage casing. That's absolutely fine. I'm using men's shorts because they are more comfortable and they're bigger. So if you've got a friend or a husband or something that you can steal their shorts, go crazy. I'm just wearing a gym top. It's just like, you know, Lycra's just so unforgiving. So anything that's loose, or you might see if I'm getting warmer, this come off, and just a crop top. Just let your belly hang out. It's great. Embrace it. This is my normal commuter bike that we've managed to get on the turbo trainer. I won't be using the e-battery powered part of it because I think it's a really smart bike on a smart turbo trainer. So there's like multiple brains working at the same time. But we've put the handlebars as high as they possibly can go, because obviously as my body's gotten bigger, I've found it like I used to be down here, but the higher up I can sit, the better it is. And saddle height has been adjusted quite a few times just because, I don't know, I'm shrinking or I'm getting taller or my feet, or I don't know, but your body's changing, so make sure you're adjusting everything. That's based on feel. And my bike fitter, who's currently doubling as my cameraman. Tip number 2. I was cycling out on the road up until a couple of weeks ago, so it's entirely at your discretion, like what you feel comfortable doing. But my tip number 2 is dial a friend. I mean, even when I'm not pregnant, I very rarely go out cycling by myself. That's personal preference. But cycling while pregnant, I would always have a friend. Just someone around that's within calling, yelling distance. Being pregnant makes you actually quite an acceptable slave driver. It's been nice having someone on call for drinks and massages and basically every need and want that you could possibly imagine. And I'm pointing at my shoes because, if you know, coming into 9 months pregnant, getting shoes on is really difficult now. Oh, there we go. I was trying to twist. Handy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to actually help me put these on. Everything's swollen. Actually, getting my shoes on. Third and final tip is that how to eloquently say this, I'm not sure, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You are not the same person you were before you started growing a human. So your fitness and your strength, everything, and this has been a massive one for me to actually come to terms with. Your fitness has changed, your whole body has changed, and I can't even go up the stairs how I would normally go up the stairs. So getting on the bike completely, like, just obviously be aware that your body is working overtime. So your physical exertion is going to change. I can't get on the bike and rip out a session that I would normally do. So I was advised to keep my heart rate under 100. Listen to me. I was advised to keep my heart rate under 140. So you're not putting too much stress on your body. So I'm going to get on and do this session, but I'm going to get off in half an hour, maybe even 20 minutes. And I'm not going to be dripping in sweat. I'm not going to feel like I've absolutely KO'd myself. It's going to feel like a leisurely bike ride. And for me, at 8 3/4 months pregnant, that's what I feel comfortable doing. As I said, like, I have been in contact with all my midwives and obstetricians, and obviously movement is the safest thing I can keep doing. You don't want to sit still while you're pregnant, but you also don't want to be going crazy. So before the lockdown happened, I was swimming a lot and going to the gym. That's out at the moment, and even at the moment, because I'm just finishing up isolation, I can't go for a walk. So getting on the bike is good. Breezy, comfy, ready. This is going to be the most ungraceful, undignified mount.
Well then, let's get it on camera.
Got my water. Just going to do a cruisy ride for half an hour just to get the legs moving. I'm Zwifting. I'm an avid Zwifter. Oh God, listen to me. Like, even just in the minute. Someone who was riding behind me noticed my knees go out more. It's something I don't actively think about doing, but I think to accommodate for this, your hips naturally gravitating a little bit more outwards. So riding does feel different. It's felt different pretty much every single time I've got on the bike. And indigestion, so again, all of these cliche things with pregnancy that I thought, well, actually rudely thought people made a massive fuss about, and I thought it can't be too hard, but when your stomach's squeezed up the top of your body, you're constantly feeling things like in the back of your throat.
I'm finished.
It's 40 minutes. Probably 45 minutes might be my limit. I might do an hour one day, but the capacity of my bladder is not what it was, so I find myself needing to use the bathroom, so try and time the sessions in between that, and also just like sitting on the saddle for this long. Your undercarriage does really feel it. I think I did read somewhere that everything down below is a little bit more sensitive. It's actually a lot more sensitive. There's a lot more blood flowing to it at the moment. So yeah, sitting, even though I'm in quite a comfortable chamois and on quite a comfortable saddle, but it's good. Keep doing this daily. Keep the legs moving.